The original Sam dancer Emperor Peter Senzagaze representing for the dance of fraternity and the people they've seen. One leg in the water, another one at the fire. Just want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel MG90. Enjoy some interviews right there. The original Sam dancer Emperor Peter Senzagaze representing for the dance of fraternity and the people they've seen. One leg in the water, another one at the fire. Just want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel MG90. Enjoy some interviews right there.
So, former President Edgar Chagwa-Lungu's appearance in the streets, this should have happened earlier on this year, has caused an uproar recently, the last 24 hours. So there was this report that was published by the Petauke Fund. So the Petauke Fund says police accusing Zulu of organizing Edgar Chagwa-Lungu's central business district impromptu tour. So former Kafue Council chairperson Thomas Zulu, who was beaten and abandoned in a waiting vehicle by a body of policemen, is now being accused of organizing the Edgar Lungu's tour of Lusaka's CBD in May. So yeah, that tour that happened of Edgar Lungu, where even Banda was part of this, part of this tour, including that lady, the one who was suspended earlier on. So it seems that according to the PF, they are alleging to say Thomas Zulu has been arrested and has been tagged as the ringleader who made this particular walk available, possible for Edgar Lungu. That's according to the PF. I'm sure the police are yet to give a statement on that, if it's just an allegation or whether that person wasn't even arrested. I'm sure they will do that in a matter of time. But Dora in recent past has been making news. So this was a time that she was at ZMBC. You know, as you may be aware, she's a journalist. She had worked for ZMBC right before being a member of parliament and minister. So people have been speculating on whether she wants to come back into politics. She wants to take over Banda's seat, since Banda has been missing once he escaped police custody in Chipata General Hospital sometime back. Should be now, we're going towards 2 months, if not 3, thereabout. And yeah, so she was on radio yesterday and she was compelled to say something about this issue because people have been speculating, are you going to be the UPND candidate? Are you getting back into politics? And then she had this to say about that. So Dora declares she won't contest Petauke's central seat against, amid speculation. So former Petauke member, central member of parliament, Dora has dismissed rumors and speculation that she's considering a return to political arena, clarifying that she will not contest the Petauke central seat if by-elections are held in that area. She further said they have made their position clear, responding to media reports suggesting that she might be eyeing the seat following the dramatic escape of incumbent member of parliament Emmanuel Banda from police custody earlier this month. Oh yeah, so it seems like the escape happened in August. So Petauke Central remains close to my heart. This is Drastia's response. Petauke Central remains close to my heart. I have no intentions of contesting the seat. I have already given my all to the constituency. Siliya stated. She emphasized that her years of service, which included being the first female member of parliament for Petauke and a full-time elected representative, were a testament of dedication. So she simply says, I've been elected 4 times and I've done all I can do there. The speculation arose after Banda, who was remanded at Namushekende, yes, correctional facility there in the Chipata, on charges of aggravated robbery, escaped from Chipata Central Hospital, where he was recovering on treatment on August 1st. This escape ignited discussion on social media about the future of the Petauke Central seat. Siliya, however, reiterated that while she would always support Petauke, her name would not be on any future ballot. I think my name being on a ballot will not happen. I am currently occupied with a number of things, she said. She also took the opportunity to urge young people to use social media responsibly, warning against the spread of misinformation and hate. Social media is like pansaka. Anybody can say anything. Let us be productive. I mean, let us use it productive use of for positive transformation, she added. So that's the news coming from Dora. And then the things she says she's involved in is that book that she has. So she had a book signing, and then she put up this on Twitter. She says, "Thank you, my friend Felix Mtate. I really appreciate your kind words at my book launch." So Mtate spoke at our launch yesterday. Pretty much everybody was there. I saw a number of people appreciating, to say a number of people that were met at Dorothy's book launch, my father's country book launch. I've not met in a while, in years. Some people are saying as far as 2019, they have not met each other. So she brought back, she brought a number of people together. So this was posted by Manga, the Nalodo member of parliament. This is an independent member of parliament. So he's delighted to attend the book launch for former cabinet minister, Honorable Dora, graced by Science and Technology Minister Felix Mtate. I'm interested to interact with diversity of people from varying professional and political backgrounds. So as an appreciation, if you look at the people that attended, most of them have been the same point of view. She brought in a diverse portfolio of people at a book launch. Those are some of the images from that particular signing. So she simply confirmed that JJ seat is not going to her. She has no intentions of vying for that seat. That's if Parliament nullifies JJ Banda's seat, passes it on to Electoral Commission of Zambia to hold elections or by-elections in that seat. She is not standing on that. So that's a response so far. I find in that situation. More images from our book launch earlier on. So Dorothy has confirmed, if you intend to stand in Petauke, if it's announced, feel free to do that. She's not giving any competition to that. She's done 4 terms, and she's good with that. In other news, loan beneficiaries disappoint government. So this was the congratulations speaking. So according to government to confiscate empowerment assets given the defaulting youth with a default rate of 98%, government has directed the empowerment government has directed that empowerment resources like buses that were given to some young people on loan be confiscated and given to Youth Resource Center. So means the Permanent Secretary, congratulations, this is Minister of Sports and Youth, Permanent Secretary, congratulations, the person that you see on screen there, says government has been patient with people who benefited from various empowerment initiatives over the past 3 years, but most of them are non-compliant in paying back. Mr. Konga said most beneficiaries elude ministry officials, and they are pursued over the loans. As they are pursued over the loans, he said the ministry has so far repossessed 2 expensive mining excavators, 2 commercial hammer mills, and a grader from some of these defaulters. So it seems like those youths that were given those resources are defaulting at a rate of 98%, according to this news item there. So government is repossessing those things. While Zambia must immediately halt a downward spiral of infringements on fundamental freedoms, UN experts. That was this is another new extract that is making news. Mao Sampat, even if it's 2 cents, says Zambia is not an island, and the global world is watching. And then he puts up the extract of what was published by the UN, simply advising Zambia to say immediately attend to that. So this was published on the 29th of August. Independent experts today expressed concern about the multiple allegations of arbitrary arrest and detention on charges of inter or ally, unlawful assembly, espionage, hate speech, and seditious practice against opposition political party leaders and members, parliamentarians, human rights defenders, and activists, as well as restriction of gatherings or meetings. So that's the view coming from the UN expert. So obviously, as you expect, Fred Membe had put up the same article, says Zambia making headlines at the United Nations. And then Emmanuel Mwamba's case came up for appearance. So this is one of the cases of sedition, and his lawyer was interviewing the gentleman who had reported him to police to say, because the gentleman was, I'll post the interaction or the court interaction so that you look at the article where he was asked to say, are you regarding your Facebook post as a public gathering? And it became like Makebi Zulu was simply having fun with him. And then he later on put up a post of the same person that had taken Emmanuel Mwamba police and said, since you also put up a post and a number of people had commented on your post, does it make that you held a public meeting? And then he says, no, that was just me wishing my wife a happy birthday. And then he asked him, how different is that from what Emmanuel Mwamba put up? So that's what's going on with regard to Emmanuel's charges or court cases. Just look at the community tab, you find a number of these articles there. And then while this George Mutonga says he has been saying this for a number of years. So he had put up this article in 2019 on December 7th. Say, will load shedding end because Hakainde Hichilema becomes president? No, load shedding will be a problem for Zambia for the next 50 years. So he simply says, he had said this thing at that time. So he goes further to say, I've always told you the truth. Even when President Edgar Lungu was in power, even before Hakainde Hichilema was elected, I told you that the problems that even your grandfathers suffered from won't be fixed overnight. So he simply says he's been saying the same thing and consistent. So what the situation that Zambia is going through with regard to power is not new. He still stands on his view. And then this is in the mass newspaper who will give Zambians 5 presidents. So UPND will win in 2031 with someone we select with guidance of Hichilema Sela. So he simply says Zambia is likely to be ruled by the UPND with 5 presidents, according to that news extract. And then UN body condemns arbitrary arrest. Zambia must halt intimidation, harassment of opposition. So that's in the news diggers extract from that publication earlier on. And this is the headline in the Daily Liberation. So that's the news, ladies and gentlemen.